Warren, hey, congratulations on your film, The Man in the White Van.
Thanks so much. It's good to see you again.
I know we had such a deep conversation, so I apologize if I have to repeat some of the questions, but
Oh, dig
that
deep.
that always happens, and it's always interviews for a new audience. But tell us if there was a specific white van story that you based all of this on.
I mean, the story itself is based on a survivor from 1975 who um, basically had I mean, we were pretty true to form as far as her experiences with this ominous white van that, she started noticing it following her outside of her school and then on, the backcountry roads. It was rural Florida in 1975. And, she walked to and from school by herself, sometimes with friends. She horseback rode a lot. She loved horses, and she noticed the white van when she was out and about on horseback. And ultimately, she found the van outside of her house. And when I sat down with her and talked through kind of all these different events, it all just sort of came together as a story that I felt, had all the makings of a great thriller. And that was kind of how we began.
Now, Warren, I'm actually fascinated about this film because it's funny. It's because we should be afraid of the man, but I feel like watching this film, we should be afraid of the van. And you use the van as the character, this villainous character that really chased the women. Tell us about the process of this presence, this ominous figure of the van as the villain in this film.
Yeah, I mean, the van is sort of the extension of the villain. Ultimately the villain's whoever's driving it, but in staying true to form with the POV of Annie, she just sees the van. So we just wanted to stay with, what she actually fears. And part of that, 50 years later, it's sort of a trope, right? Of the white, everyone should fear a white van, but why is that? And it's really because of these origin stories. Whether it's Billy Mansfield and the Mansfield family with this particular white fan for our story, or Dean Corell, or the Toolbox Killer. These are all stories in the fabric of our history that basically set up why it is that there is this notion of the fear of white vans, because they were used to capture victims and do horrible things to them.
Tell us about working with such a young cast in nearly every scene in every time period for this film because you basically brought in so many different young women
Mhm.
with different characters and personalities through this victimized process.
Yeah, yeah. So look, the it all starts and ends with Madison Wolfe, who plays our Annie in the story. She is incredible. I mean, if she is an actress in every sense of the word, detailed to the core. I think we will be seeing her for many years to come. And then Brec Bassinger, who plays her sister, who is just a delight to work with, a talent in her own right, and kind of a force to be reckoned with. And just brings a lot to the table. So it sort of starts with them, and then we also have Skai Jackson, who is, has incredible timing. She comes from a Disney background, so she's got this ability to bring a sense of uh, comic relief to a scene, which in a film like ours that can be unrelentingly dark at times is a nice transition and a nice sort of break from the horrors. Um, and then there's Allie, right? Like, I mean, that's the young cast. But then, when you have somebody who is just a stalwart of in the acting community at large, as Allie Larter is, and she comes to the table and brings a just a huge sense a huge sense of just history with her. I mean, she's been involved in so many projects, so many TV series and films, that she really just knows what she's doing, and she brings it and she sets the tone on set with everybody. And I think she really kind of enveloped the mother role in the production and took on Brec and Madison as her daughters. Off camera, she gathered with them and hung out, and they spent time as a family. And Sean was involved with that too. And I think they just really kind of helped support them as young actresses, kind of finding their way as well.
Well, Warren, it's always been a pleasure to speak to you again here. And like I think the last time I told you is this, I can't wait to see more of this white van in the 80s now. So
Right?
yeah,
Right? Well, there should be a sequel, right? Let's hope that happens. That'd be a lot of fun.
that would be a lot of fun. Thank you very much, Warren.
Thanks,
Pleasure.
Ken. You have a great one.